Okay, it is 10:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 14th, 2011. Just wanted to explain the two links that I had just posted over on WTF K69. Huey Fassbender was a classmate of mine for many years. I met him when I was in 8th grade, and we ended up graduating from high school together. He was my platoon sergeant when I was taking JROTC. I'm starting to get cold. But anyway, he was just an all-around good guy. I mean, I can't remember him ever saying anything rude, mean, spiteful, or anything to anybody. A lot of times when somebody dies, people say, "Oh, they were such a nice person," and da da da, but in reality, they were assholes. Well, this is a time where seriously, with all honesty, he was an all-around good guy. He was nice to people, he was respectful, he was polite, he was Huey. And he did have his humorous side and his flirtatious side, but, it never bothered me. It never made me uncomfortable because it was like a playful kind of humor that, nobody saw offensive. You know, and I had a bit of a crush on him. Not gonna lie. Pretty sure I wasn't the only chick. And the guy I dated in high school, he was in the same house as Huey, and I'm not going to mention, the guy I dated, his name, although if he wants to, chime in with a comment on here, that's fine. But, they got along famously, and, he died in 2005, an explosive device hit their Bradley vehicle. And I didn't find out about it until I was pregnant with my daughter in 2006, which just shows how much out of the loop I had been with my high school for years. Because I was, off doing my own thing or whatever, and I go to check one of the pages on MySpace. That's when I was on MySpace a lot instead of Facebook. And found out about his death, and it hit me hard. I was like, wow, you guys, no, you guys aren't serious. And people were like, yeah, unfortunately, we're serious. Sent me a link, I read it, and just broke down and cried. Naturally, my daughter's father thought that I was being ridiculous. Because his reasoning was, why are you going to cry about somebody that you hadn't seen in years and knew such a long time ago? And I had explained to him, look, I might not have seen him for many years, but a fallen soldier is a fallen soldier regardless. Any soldier has parents, has family, has friends, has close loved ones, has acquaintances, coworkers, connections here on Earth, and them crossing over unexpectedly like this, especially in a time of war and conflict, it really hits you. So when my little brother-in-law got deployed to Afghanistan, it scared the shit out of me. Not a day went by that I wasn't constantly worrying about him, going, oh my god, I hope he's okay. And when he came back, he was not the same person at all. His company had a lot of casualties. And I used to not see the point in war. It was like, oh, people fighting about religion or property or whatever kind of political gain. It's all about the economy. When we're at war, our economy goes up. For every loss of life, there's a bounty on everyone's head. And that's why I support the troops themselves. I support the soldiers. I just don't support the government. Because the government is profiting off of all those lost lives. Whether y'all want to believe it or not. That's why I am pro Little A America and against Big A America. America, because big A America is corporate. We are a corporatocracy. We are not a democracy. They have you fooled. They want you to think that you're going to vote for a particular person, but it's already been planned. They already decide who's going to be elected. They just do the elections and all that to make a big show, to distract you from what they're really doing. And that's wrong. If we're a democracy, then our votes should be counted, recorded, posted, the whole 9 yards. The whole voting process needs to be totally redone if we really are a democracy, but unfortunately we're not. And I'm on the side of liberty. Our founding fathers are probably rolling over in their graves right now, disappointed that the country that they loved so much, that they helped form and found and create, is no longer what they had dreamed it to be. It breaks my heart. And so that's why I don't consider myself a freedom fighter, because freedom fighters were in the 60s. I'm a liberty fighter. I'm going to fight for liberty. I'm only one person, but I know I'm not the only one. You know, this goes beyond the song Imagine by John Lennon. Because I'm no longer a dreamer. My eyes are open. I don't get happy, shiny dreams anymore of the future. All I see is nightmares and chaos and pain. And I don't want that for my children, or for my children's children, or children's children's children. I want us to live in a country, you know, that's in a world where, you know, wars are pointless. You know, one country needs something to say, hey, let's trade. I've got this. I'd like some of that. Okay, and they trade it. I mean, how hard is that? I mean, how me and my friends in Job Corps, we'd borrow each other's shirts and stuff. And it was like, oh, can I borrow your shirt? Yeah, I borrow your CD? Yeah, sure. You know, and those of us that were really close friends, we didn't need to write it down or anything. You know, it was like, oh yeah, Susie Q loaned me her shirt. I'm going to let her listen to my Eminem CD. Or what have you, you know. And that was among friends, but I'm pretty sure that governments and countries can do that too. You know, I mean, we teach our children to learn how to share with each other, but yet our own country doesn't know how to share with other countries. I mean, what is that teaching our children? Do as we say, not as we do. It's baloney. You just had breakfast like a half hour ago. You got a bottomless pit for a tum-tum. Alright, I guess I'll feed you guys lunch early.
The sun's up.
I teach them all the time. Shh, Kitty. I teach my babies all the time to learn to share with each other. And to give each other love. And they're going to be growing up in a world where ideals like that are foreign and non-existent. No. No, Katie, because I'm going to be making you a sandwich in a minute. I'll give you squeezes. Okay, go on in there. Go on in there and be nice to your brother. You know, it's no longer give peace a chance, it's let's fight for liberty. And then once we have liberty, we need to hold on to it with both hands and embrace each other. And embrace our differences, because that is what makes America great. All of these wars, lost life, it's pointless when you think about it. It's like profiting off of death. That is the sickest, most irrational thing ever. I'd rather have countries thriving, working together, in cooperation and fellowship. Not this. And those of you that think that the rest of us are conspiracy theorists, wake up! It's not a theory, it's fact. Okay, the establishment has been flaunting it for years, bragging about how they're doing their one world agenda right under our nose. We need to stop them. And in any way possible. Me, I just have this blog. That's all I have. I just have my voice and my words. That's all I have. I don't have anything else, but I tell you what, if we don't start paying attention and start fighting for our rights, those rights are going to get taken away before you even freaking know it. It's going to get to where it is a total police state, where you won't be allowed to have your own weapons, you won't be allowed to go to where you want to go as far as medical care. Everything will be preordained, pre-decided, pre-washed, sanitized for your use, and if you don't use it that way, or you don't go this way, or if you disagree with what the leaders are doing, heaven help you. I don't want to live in that kind of society. I want to live in a free-thinking society where you can state what you feel and speak your mind, but at the same time respect the other person for their opinion and what they want to say and how they feel. Is that too much to ask? Seriously. I think not. I don't think that that's too much to ask, because in my household, in my family, I believe in a free-thinking household. And we do just fine. We have a couple of snags here and there, but that's because my kids are still growing up. They're still learning. That's what maturity is all about, is learning as you go along. So that when my kids are adults, they're free-thinking adults. I don't want to live in a society that's full of censorship and propaganda. You kidding me? But that's pretty much it. My kids are hungry again, so I gotta feed them again. Seems like they're eating every hour. But this is the Yippie Chick from Hippie Chickopolis, State of Insanity, U.S. of little a. And hopefully y'all's week is going good. Mine's just same old shit. So with that in mind, I do ask that you pray for anyone who's serving over there. You know, whether it be American troops, French troops, Indian troops, African troops, you know, just pray for the world. Pray for cohesiveness. It's not world peace, but I would like some kind of middle ground to be met. I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime, but hopefully in my children's. As long as we keep our eyes on the prize and stay focused. So. Peace.